Welcome to Indie by Popular Demand. My name's Shirley Jean. I'm an indie artist, and I'm here to share some of the things I wish I had known when I first started. In part one of this episode, we talked about the relationship between copyrights and royalties. We now understand that royalties are given to rights holders. We also browsed through some of the different types of royalties. Now we're going to focus on royalties that are a little more relevant to us as indie artists. I'm going to start with the performance royalties. Performance meaning anytime your song is played either in a venue, in a bar, in a restaurant, or on digital platforms. The way it works is that there are performance rights organizations in place who actually collect royalties from companies who want to play your song. Digital companies or digital services like Spotify, Apple Music, as well as venues, bars, restaurants, they pay royalties to PROs, performance rights organizations, and the PROs give those companies what we call a blanket license that enables them to play your songs. The way the royalties are split through the PROs, 50% goes to the songwriter and 50% goes to the publisher. So let's say, for example, you're two authors, 25% goes to one writer and 25% goes to the other writer, and the publisher receives the other 50%. The reason why some don't receive these royalties is because in order to get them, your song has to be registered and you have to join a PRO. The other types of royalties that are interesting to us as indie artists are streaming royalties and download royalties on digital platforms such as Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal. These royalties are given directly to you as an artist when you're independent. Usually what happens is that we'll use services like TuneCore or CD Baby. Once the royalties are generated, they're given to these services. They call them aggregators. In return, the aggregators give you the percentage, the amount that you're entitled to. There are many factors that affect the rate of the royalties. It varies from one platform to the other. The location, the country in which your song is being streamed, whether or not it is being streamed from a paid account. That's why we can never really have a straightforward answer as far as how much am I going to get paid per stream on X platform. In the US in 2019, on YouTube, you would have needed approximately 2 million streams. On other platforms, from Tidal to Amazon Music to Google Play to Spotify, you needed something between 200,000 to 300,000 plays to get a month's worth of revenue at minimum wage, which is about $1,400. This was in 2019 in the US. Another type of royalty that's interesting to us as independent artists is the royalties generated from non-interactive platforms like satellite radio or online radios like iHeartRadio, Pandora. In order to receive these royalties, you have to register with SoundExchange in the US. It's safe to say that royalties can be generated, but I like to say that when we're first starting our journey as indie artists, we are not in the business of selling records. We're actually in the business of creating a fan base. As our following increases, that fan base can become your leverage. When you have a large following, then you attract the big players from major labels, as well as perhaps investors. You can make some money with royalties, but it is definitely not going to be your main source of income when you're starting off your journey as an independent artist. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this information is helpful to you. This was Indie by Popular Demand. My name is Shirley Jean, and I'll see you next time.